Hey guys, it's Carly from All the Pretty Books. I apologize that I missed last week. I really want to do, and I'm going to do for this video, the 25th anniversary Czech book because it's so much fun. And when I ordered the Czech book, I ordered it for myself and a few other people, book collector friends, but I forgot myself in the first order, so I just ordered their books. And their books came, and then I mailed them out and realized I didn't have my book. So then I had to quick place another order, and it got here earlier in the week. And so now it's here. I'm very excited, and it is delightful. It is very, very much so one of my favorite 25th anniversary Harry Potter books produced thus far. Albatross is the publisher, and they totally understood the assignment. They have produced yet another perfect book, and I personally believe the Czech books anyway are perfect. They are the perfect size, perfect width. There's something really, really fun about the Czech books. Like even the first edition Czech books, they're just really fun. This is a different size and proportions to the Czech book, or the other Czech books, but it's still really, really fun. So I'm a fan. It's also unique cover art. It has lovely paste down and in papers. It has 2 ribbon bookmarks that are 2 different colors. It features another Czech illustrator, Leona Polanski, and there are internal illustrations, you guys. Not a whole lot, but they are present and accounted for, and it's so much fun. So much fun. But before we get into the 25th anniversary Czech book, I want to have a look back at the first Czech books. So the very first edition of the Czech books is this guy right here. The cover art is by Galina Meklinova, another Czech illustrator. And the sorting hat is actually a top hat with lips on the top. Very interesting. And it has what we call in the collector world pre-movie cover art, which means the Harry Potter font is not like that, which as we know is the Harry Potter font, which we first see on the Harry Potter books from the US. And we call it pre-movie font because after the first movie of Sorcerer's Stone was released in 2001, publishers around the world altered their font to look like the Harry Potter font, which was seen on the movies, so that way they could be recognized as a part of the Harry Potter franchise. So, this is the first edition, first state of the Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone translation from the Czech Republic. Really fun. And there's the back side. Then they released the post movie. Similar cover art, layout is a bit different, but still the top hat with lips. Then we have the second edition, which has the post-movie font, or the Harry Potter font. And this time the sorting hat looks a lot more like the witch's hat that we know and love from the movies. It's a pointed witch's hat. And it's silver. There's the back. And after that, they just went to the US cover art from Mary Grand Pré. And then they published books 2 through 7 in the same cover art. They would then go on to publish books in what we know as the Johnny Duddle cover art from, of course, Johnny Duddle, the illustrator. I do have a Czech book 1 in Johnny Duddle cover art, but it is in my friend's house in Wales. But this is the Johnny Duddle cover art. It is very common, and it's on a lot of different translations. And now, 25 years later, I love this book. I love the cover art. I love the ombre colors going on. And then the backside. I love the scarf around Harry's neck. And I think the thing that strikes me the most when I look at this image is that we see Hagrid. We see Fang. We see Harry, of course. He's facing away from the water, looking at us. We see Hogwarts in the background. But everything, there's just kind of a stillness. The water is not moving a whole lot. Harry's scarf is blowing in the wind. We see some smoke from Hagrid's cabin. Birds are flying. But it just seems like a quiet stillness, if that makes sense. I don't hear anything when I look at the image. I don't feel a lot of movement. I don't hear a lot going on, if that makes sense. It just looks like a very peaceful image, I guess. I really love how this illustrator depicted this moment from Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. And I love how we see the silhouettes of Harry, Ron, and Hermione running down the hill. So, and again, we have that wonderful ombre going on. We have wonderful end papers. They're kind of a lavender purple. Very, very pretty. And delightful internal images. I love that it's Hagrid holding Harry, Dumbledore and McGonagall chatting on Privet Drive. The start of everything that, would turn into the Harry Potter series started here. And I really like the illustrator's Hagrid. He's so friendly looking, even in black and white. The Great Hall, and they're all being sorted. How fun is that? So delightful to see a different illustrator's take on moments that we know so well. The Mirror of Erised, and I have to say, this moment, when I first read it, broke my heart. Absolutely broke my heart. I hadn't lost my dad yet. He was still alive when I first read the book, but reading this moment after my dad had been killed in that car accident has a brand new meaning, and I know exactly what I would see in that mirror if it were to be me in front of it. And here we have Harry with I think it's Friends, and the other centaurs. And Harry's on, I think, Friends' back, which the other centaurs get mad at him about. And the other centaurs are drawn in dark in the shadows, and Friends is in light. I really like that juxtaposition here. Very talented illustrator. Even though it's only black and white illustrations, the illustrator has done quite a bit to make the images pop out. And not to be outdone, Albatross, the publisher, has included, like I mentioned earlier, 2 different ribbon bookmarks, different colors. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to tuck them back into where they came from. And then put my book beautifully back on my check area of the bookshelf. And I have actually on Instagram, I've reached out and thanked them, I think, several times for their work, because this is absolutely one of my favorite 25th anniversary editions. It's well thought through. It's well planned. The illustrations are lovely. It's unique cover art at this point anyway, to the country, to the language. The book is well put together. It's a lovely hardcover, and it is a very wonderfully thought out 25th anniversary edition. And it goes really well with their tradition of creating really fun Harry Potter books, as you saw from the first couple editions. So, I don't know. I'm such a big fan of the Albatross or the Czech Harry Potter books anyway. I am downsizing my collection. If you check out my eBay, which is all the pretty books with underscores between all the words, you will see that I've got quite a bit of books for sale, and I'll be listing some more. I'm still going to be collecting the Harry Potter translations, of course, but I'm just going to be downsizing. And I want to start getting back into really the rare signed things that it has really gotten my attention again. So that's going to be where I'm going to be putting a lot more of my resources. Plus, I've got some fun stuff coming up in the fall, so I've got to get some resources ready for that too. So anyway, if you want some more Harry Potter content, I do co-host a wonderful podcast called Dialogue Alley. And we are the official podcast of The Potter Collector. You can find us over on his website, thepottercollector.com/home, and I'll put that link down below. You can also find us over on our website, and I'll put that information down below too. We are also on Instagram, and I'll put all of that information down below to be redundant. Same with my socials. If you too, like me, love to collect Harry Potter signed things but don't know where to start, I'm going to include Adam's information. Adam is the Harry Potter specialist, and he is one of the actually only authentication service I trust with J.K. Rowling's signature. He's incredible. He's a great asset to the Harry Potter collecting community, and I will put his information down below. So make sure if you want to collect signed Harry Potter books, to give Adam's services a click. If you would like to purchase this book, I will include the link that I bought this book from. It is from a great website called martinez.sk, and they ship well to the US. I've had 3 different orders from them. The one order was my Slovak books, and 2 orders were Czech books, one for my friends, and then one for me when I forgot myself. So they're very easy to work with. They're very easy to ship over to the States. So I'll put their information down below too. And with that, I'm going to say y'all are great. Thanks for watching. And as always, happy collecting and good night.